What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to talk about something yesterday. You know, it was a video I was going to do, but I didn't really have time to do it with the live stream and everything that we did. And this happened in the wee hours of yesterday morning out there in Deerfield Beach, Florida. Shout out Deerfield Beach. And it was a crime that left the whole community in shock and sadness. It's reported that in the wee hours of yesterday morning, a guy, I don't know if he's the husband or just the boyfriend, shot a woman. They said she was in her 20s and their newborn son. Well, the son ain't newborn, but child, they said they estimated is around 3 months old. Now here it is, Father's Day weekend, and it's a time where, you know, fathers are celebrated, and it brings back a lot of pride and, you know, all the things, and just being a dad and being appreciated. And what's labeled a domestic, you know, dispute, but things that go bad at this time and this weekend makes it all the more worse. I want you guys to take a look at this news article. And man, these people are in pain, man. It's hard seeing people like this, because I'm not really a sensitive person, and I can be insensitive sometimes. Honestly, I mean, you guys, I show you who I am on here, and to see people upset to where all hope is lost, or them being in despair and just weak. I mean, it really moves you sometimes, especially when they're in a situation where it can't get better. I mean, it will get better over time. All wounds heal, but like, for what they're upset about, it can't be fixed. And having a child lost in this makes it all the more worse. Guys, take a look at this, man. This is truly heartbreaking and sad.
Now to a tragedy in a Deerfield Beach neighborhood. A child's life cut short by gun violence.
Yeah, a woman and an infant found dead inside of a house, and a man shot, bleeding in the street. Marissa Bagg has more on the investigation.
The house where this tragedy unfolded, really the focus of the investigation now, and neighbors tell us that the family living there only moved in last weekend, that they hadn't even been inside the house for a week, that they had a young infant child with them who was merely a few months old. Everyone stood still as investigators brought the bodies of a woman and infant child out of the home where they were shot to death in the East Ridge neighborhood of Deerfield Beach Thursday. Loved ones grieved in the arms of Broward Sheriff's deputies who tried to console them. Investigators say at 5:45 in the morning, they found a woman and child shot to death in the home, and a man who was also shot bleeding out in the street.
Is it random? Is it a family issue? And being that it's a small child, that's even more scary, because who would do that to a woman, let alone a child?
Paramedics rushed the man, who'd also been shot, to the hospital for treatment. People who live nearby say they heard yelling at that early hour. One woman shared video from her front door showing blood on her walkway. She explained that someone was banging on her front door before sunrise. Chopper 6 showed blood in the street a block away from where neighbors say gunshots rang out. The family leaned on BSO as a city commissioner tried to put their pain into words.
The family is, as you would guess, in a tragic situation. They're, who would be doing well? And our thoughts and prayers are with them right now, and that's where our focus is right now as the details are unraveled, is with the family.
BSO says the man in the hospital is in critical condition. A neighbor who lives across the street from the home said detectives described the scene as gruesome, and that the youngest victim was a 3-month-old baby boy.
So to have this, I think it's just going to put everybody on really high alert, and everybody's really scared now.
BSO says there is no threat to the community at this time. We are still waiting for them to release the names of the woman and young child who were killed. As for the man who was shot, at last check, he is recovering at the hospital. Reporting in Deerfield Beach, Marissa Bagg, NBC6 News.
Hey guys, that's the sad story of what happened out there in Deerfield Beach, Florida. And this guy didn't even have a chance to celebrate his first Father's Day as a father. We don't know what caused this, who the people are. I mean, they're keeping this tight lip. They don't have a face. They don't have a name. They said the woman was presumably in her 20s. The lady out there that was crying, that was the mother of the victim and the grandmother of the child. I don't know if it was mental illness or not. To point a gun at your own child, and it's a baby. You got to have either some type of hate or some type of anger to where you just trying to. I don't understand it, man. I don't. I mean, from a standpoint of just rationale, we are seeing a lot of this type of stuff where people are just doing like a murder and then like trying to off themselves too. The children are innocent and they taking them out as well. We are in different times, man. This guy tried to end his own life and didn't even succeed. You see that blood in the street? That was gross. Big pile of blood. It was footprints that was bloody, knocking on people's door. You know, you want to help people, but looking at the way that whole thing went down, whoever had opened that door, if this guy was dealing with some type of mental illness or whatever, hysteria or mania, they could have been another victim before he did what he did to himself. Said he was bleeding out in the street. I don't understand it, man. I mean, it's like people get so revved up and then they go and do something. Then at the end, you know what? All right, I caused enough terror. Oh, I can't live like this. Boom. And it sounds messed up, but I mean, think about this. If people are willing to go all the way to end somebody's life and the life of their children that just touched toes on this planet before ending themselves, if they knew they was going to cut their existence, why don't you just start from square one and just take yourself out of you? And it's messed up to say that, but I mean, come on, man. How many of us are tired of seeing people that are innocent just getting butchered? One person don't want to be here. He want to take the other people out that do, or have a chance to be here. That baby ain't got nothing to do with that situation between them two adults, whatever they was going through, so on and so forth. Why he have to go? If anything, you could have had child go over grandma's and then did whatever you was going to do. But either way, man, there. Two people dead, one person in the hospital in critical condition. They don't know if he's going to make it or not. It's a lot of pieces of the puzzle that can't be put back together. Can't. The loss of a child. Now, your problem, you created problems for other people. Now these people got a plan for a funeral. But if they ain't got the money, they got to go do a GoFundMe. Or they got to go do something else. Nobody wants to bury their own children, let alone their grandchildren. That's what makes this whole thing messed up. I mean, I don't even know what to say in this. I mean, and it's a lot of these stories like this. It's a lot of them. It's bad enough, man. People are caught in domestic, things where it's domestic disputes, and then, they want to end it they want to end the relationship and wind up losing their life, or they regret ever meeting the person. But the person's regret is wanting to just being mad that they don't want them no more. How do you make sense of that? My thing is this, man, as a man, and it's hard being a man. Only men know this. A lot of ladies, y'all might disagree, but it's hard being a woman too. But I don't cross that line because I don't know how it is to be a woman. But a lot of guys, man, I mean, just the burden and the pressure that's out here on the real world for those that are just trying to do the right thing, you know what I'm saying, is immense. That's why people that are men and stand-up dudes, I respect them, because it's hard to walk the straight line and stay on the path to getting you where you need to be in life. There's a lot of people out here, and I don't know this situation, but it had to be something off upstairs in this man, the way he said, I'm ending all of this. A lot of times men do this type of stuff, and you guys can leave a comment if you disagree, because I may be wrong. From my perspective, a lot of times you see guys do this type of stuff when they feel as though they're not appreciated or respected. So I don't know what was going on in there, But I know that he's laid up in the hospital fighting for his life. His baby's gone, his son, and so is the mother of his child. 2 days before Father's Day. Crazy. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. My hearts and prayers goes out to the family. May these 2 victims of this crime rest in peace. Man. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.